Is I thought that when I moved to Germany, like from Zambia, this Zambian African girl, like when I come here to Germany, that I'm gonna have this princess life. I don't know. Don't judge me, but like I think it's just. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a girl here, Avicii Avinola. So I know it's been a while. I know, right? Okay, yes. So you guys, in this video, I am going to share my expectations versus the reality that I found here. Ooh, how do I do this? Here in Germany, expectations versus reality. Like coming to Germany for anything, it could be school, it could be living here. Expectations versus reality. So now I'm gonna go right into it. So, okay, my expectation number one, I thought that when I go to Germany, I'm gonna make a lot of friends, and I think this is for anybody that's moving. Like when you're moving to somewhere new, you're going to school, you're going for anything else, you're like, I'm going to make so many friends. That was my number one expectation. Like, I'm going to make so many friends in Germany, I'm going to make so many German friends. I've been here going to 10 months, going to 11 months, and child, ask me how many German friends I have. Zero German friends. I'm not saying I do not have friends at all, but German, like, this is their country, so like you expect that if you're going to India, you have Indian friends. If you're going to America, you have American friends. I thought that when I come to Germany, I'm going to have German friends, but I have zero. And this is not just me, like, I'm not weird. Like, ask anybody that's moved from anywhere else to Germany, and they'll tell you the same thing. There's an issue, like, Germans are reserved. Like, they don't just open up. Like, Germans are mostly friends with people who are friends with growing up, and so they keep those friendships. And then you, at this age, when you come into their lives, they call you bekannte, like acquaintance. Okay, like professional relationship, like for basic, like for professional relationship. Like maybe you just talk about like, oh, when is the assignment, or when is, but not friendship. Like we're gonna hang out with. So yes, that's how it is. So like, don't be worried. Like I have some friends, but honestly, not like I thought like I'm gonna make friends, a lot of friends, and then we're gonna be living the life. No, not in Germany. No, trust me. I don't care how outgoing you think you are. No, that reality is not going to be. You're not going to find that expectation as a reality. And so the second thing is, I thought that when I moved to Germany, like from Zambia, this Zambian African girl, like when I come here to Germany, that I'm going to have this princess life. I don't know. Don't judge me, but like I think it's just a thing. Like when you're in Zambia, maybe you're in Africa, and you think that, oh, when I move to the west, when I move to this side, like life is going to be like really different, and I'm gonna just be pimped up because maybe you don't know, maybe the stuff we watch on TV, like my life is just gonna be like, I'm gonna be like a princess. I'm gonna be princess when I'm gonna live a princess life when I move to Germany. No. If anything, I was more of a princess in Zambia and I am here. Like, guys, like when I moved here, like first of all, here like people don't work to live. Here people live to work. And my goodness, when I moved here, I had to learn to work like a horse. Like you're gonna work like a horse. You're gonna do school. You're gonna do like, it's not everybody, but most of you do school. You're gonna do work. You're gonna like, you won't live that princess life. Imagine. First of all, the price of things. Let me talk about the price of things, you guys. Like I thought that I was trying to calculate like how much I was gonna be making from my part-time job outside school, and I'm like, I was multiplying it by the kwacha. I multiplied it by, I think the kwacha then was like 1 euro to 20 kwacha, and I multiplied. I'm like, this is the amount of money I'll be making per month. Like I'm gonna live the pimped up life. Like I'm gonna be the princess Avicii that I always wanted to be. Like that was my expectation. Like when I was multiplying, like if this is how much I'm gonna receive from my part-time job, and I'm gonna be in that kind of like environment, I'm gonna be living the life. Like I just envisioned this perfect princess life. And when I came here, like, oh my goodness, everything was different. Like, first of all, the amount of money I was thinking that, oh my goodness, from my part-time job I'm making this, and this is bills. The cost of living is just on another level. Like you could get paid a lot of money, but it's not, there's no difference because it's chopped like.
I'm saying she must chop my money, chop my money.
The price of things here, like, oh my goodness, even if you get paid a lot, the amount expenses are gonna be high, and you won't be able to live that. You won't have excess money remaining and live that pimped up life that you think you're going to live. So yeah, and people work here like a lot. So you find yourself, you're always busy, school, work, this, that, like the time just, I don't know, like it just feels like that 20, like I don't like that 12 hours in a day and not 24, because you're always busy, you're always on the move, you never. And so like my life, and I also learned, because like, you know, like I have no, like my parents are not here, and so like I had to like learn to do things on my own, you know, like moving on my own, like you know, public transport, like that's nothing. Let me be honest, it's not something I really did back home in Zambia. Like most of the time I would be dropped. I'm not saying I never used public transport, I did, but I would, like, my parents would do everything for me. And so now when I came here and I don't have them, I learned to do stuff on my own. I learned, you know, like it was just like that, like you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that. And it was far from the princess life I was envisioning, like when I moved to Germany, I'm gonna have this princess life. No, you will not. Trust me, you're gonna work like a horse. You're gonna work like a horse. And then my third expectation is English. Like I thought that I know, okay, they make you learn German before coming here, but I never knew that they speak, like, honestly, you guys, like, I think Germany, like, you can never imagine Germany accurately from wherever you are unless you actually come here and step in around and stay here. Like, even if you come here for holiday, no. I mean, if you actually live here for some time, you can never, there's no way you can perfectly imagine, like, you can accurately imagine life here without living here. So you guys, English, I knew they speak German here, of course, but I never knew that it's serious, guys, that it, like, it's serious, you guys. Like, I never knew that it's serious, you know what I mean? Like, I never knew that it's German everywhere. Everything in the streets is written in German. In the shops, they're speaking German. Or in class, in schools, German. They teach you German in German. Guys, like, I received that shock. I was like, what? Like, they do not use English. Every sign, every poster, every instruction when you buy, even the same Nivea you buy in Zambia, when you buy it here, the instructions, the ingredients at the back will be in German. Like, it's deep, you guys. Like, it's deep. Everything is in their language. I was shocked. Like, that was a shock. I knew they speak German because it's Germany, of course. Like, in Spain, they speak Spanish. But I never knew that they don't speak English at all. So it was a shock. Like, my goodness. I knew that I had to learn A1 German because it's a requirement before coming here. But the way they were speaking the language everywhere, it was so intimidating. It made me feel like I learned a bit of the language, but I just felt like I don't even know anything. Because I learned one level, and then it's just everywhere, German everywhere. Like, it was a shock. Like, in the shops, they don't care. Like, oh, she looks like she's foreign, she looks like she's a newbie. No, in your first day of being here, in your first week, go to the shop, they give you the price in German. I'm like,
88 euro, 88 cent bitte.
like, no English at all. You know what, that, like, having to think before you speak all the time, like, that was a shock for me. Like, I wasn't expecting that, yo. In short, I wasn't expecting that. Yes. And imagine, like, I've been here almost 11 months, and I've only found one friend that speaks English. The rest speak other languages from wherever they come from. Turkish, if they come from Turkey, Polish, and the only common denominator for us to be friends and be friends is to use German. That's only one friend speaks English. Can you imagine? Like, I've only found one friend that, and she's not, I can't even, like, really call her a friend, that I can actually speak English with, like a normal friend. Like, I can speak English with, like, I can speak with without thinking, because when I'm speaking another person's language, I must think first of all before I speak. It's not just, it doesn't just come naturally, you guys. Like, that was a shock. It was shocking for me. Like, I just felt like I'm in another, like, this is just, I don't know. And one other thing is racism. Like, I heard so much of, in Germany, there's racism, you find racism. And so when I came here, I was geared for that. Like, you know, like, I was ready to fight. But honestly, I know there are no black people in this. There are few black people in this city. It's either I know them or they know me. Like, or I feel like majority is white. It's an all white neighborhood, all white city, and I could feel that I'm different. I'll go to class and I know I'm different. I can tell, okay, my skin is different. I can tell, like, everybody's different from me. But I would forget, like, I would not be treated any different, like, she's black, and it would just be, normal. Sometimes it would just be different. Like, maybe, like, people treating you like a tourist attraction, like, oh my gosh, look at her. Like, oh, like, like, people get amazed, like, getting amazed to see skin like this. But yeah, racism, honestly, like, I was geared for it, but then I wasn't treated differently in a bad way because of my skin. Not that I've never had experiences about that. I've talked about that in another video about my experiences that, but like, it wasn't as bad. I was treated, most of the time, I was treated the same as everybody else. So like, I had my guard up for nothing, kind of.